You got the raise you wanted. That bigger salary hit your account last month. And for about 2 weeks, you felt genuinely rich. Then something strange happened. The money stopped feeling like money. It just felt like normal, like oxygen, like the baseline. How did abundance become invisible so fast? That's not weakness. That's not gratitude failure. That's neuroscience. And economists have been studying exactly why this happens for nearly 50 years. In 1971, researchers Philip Brickman and Donald Campbell conducted a landmark study that would reshape how we understand money and happiness. They compared 3 groups: people who'd recently won the lottery, accident victims who'd become permanently paralyzed, and a control group living ordinary lives. The results shocked the psychology world. Within months, lottery winners reported happiness have returned completely to baseline. The paralyzed victims' reported happiness had also returned to baseline. The human brain, it turned out, has a powerful, invisible system that constantly resets its sense of normal. Researchers call it the hedonic treadmill. Your brain doesn't measure wealth in absolute dollars. It measures it relative to a reference point, a psychological anchor that shifts constantly. That's a concept Daniel Kahneman and Amos Tversky proved through decades of groundbreaking research on how people actually make decisions under risk. Your reference point isn't, I own $100,000. Your reference point is constantly shifting. It's, I own more than I did last month, or I own less than my neighbor, or I own less than I expected to own by age 35. Here's what that means for your real financial life. You earned $50,000 last year. You genuinely struggled. You couldn't afford anything extra. A raise to $60,000 felt life-changing. Extraordinary. Like freedom. But within 90 days, your brain had completely recalibrated. Your new reference point became $60,000. Your new baseline expectation was $60,000. Anything less than $60,000 now felt like deprivation. Did your actual financial security change? Absolutely. Did your subjective sense of wealth actually improve? No. The Easterlin Paradox, named after economist Richard Easterlin, documented this pattern across entire populations and countries. Within rich countries, richer people reported only marginally higher happiness than middle-class people. Across countries, wealthy nations were not substantially happier than less wealthy nations. Why? Because every single person's reference point had shifted. Everyone was on their own hedonic treadmill, running at the same relative speed. But here's the critical trap. While your brain resets your sense of normal, your spending doesn't stop resetting. Your brain says, this is my new baseline. Your behavior says, now I can afford the nicer apartment, the nicer car, the nicer coffee every single morning, the nicer restaurants. Economists call this lifestyle inflation. Your expenses rise to precisely match your new income. The size of your reference point grows, but your actual sense of wealth stays completely frozen. So, you earned $60,000 and felt rich for 2 weeks. Then you upgraded your apartment, your car, your daily expenses, and your social life to match your new normal. Now you earn $75,000 and you still don't feel rich. You feel exactly as stressed, exactly as constrained, exactly as broke as you did at $50,000. Not because you're ungrateful, but because your reference point has inflated faster than your income. Your adaptation has outpaced your circumstances. You're still exactly one emergency away from panic. This isn't a character flaw. It's not that you lack discipline or gratitude or financial wisdom. It's that your brain is doing exactly what millions of years of evolution designed it to do. The hedonic treadmill protected your ancestors from complacency. The moment they felt satisfied with shelter, they became lazy and vulnerable. The moment they felt satisfied with food stores, they stopped hunting and preparing. The moment they felt genuinely rich and safe, they lowered their guard and got attacked. So your brain built in a forgetting mechanism. It resets your sense of normal constantly. It keeps you hungry. It keeps you climbing. The problem is you're no longer running from a predator. You're running on a treadmill that keeps speeding up. Here's what this means for your financial future. You can earn double your salary next year. You can triple it 5 years from now. You will almost certainly never feel rich, not because wealth is impossible, but because richness isn't a number. It's a gap. It's a comparison between where you are and where your brain thinks you should be. And your brain is trained to close that gap instantly. The only way to feel wealthy isn't to earn more money. It's to want less, to deliberately freeze your reference point, to choose not to upgrade, to let your income rise while your lifestyle stays the same. That's not deprivation. That's wealth. That's freedom. You got the raise you wanted. The question now is whether you'll finally let it stick.